Well, that was cool. Hello, everybody, coming at you with all my might. It's Smite. Here on another beautiful day here in central Pennsylvania. Just going out for a little bitty ride and some filming for some videos. And let me think what I'm trying to say. Like I said, we're going out for some filming. So we're setting up cameras and stuff like that. Well, I only have one camera, so can't really set up cameras per se. But yeah. How you guys been doing? I've been doing great. Thank you to all my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. And yeah, it's real encouragement seeing all the new videos and new views and subscribers. So keep it up, guys. You're a real encouragement to me. But anywho, no, I can't say that one. Anyhow, yeah. So I've been doing really great, actually. I got my driver's license. Yep, I got my driver's license finally. I have a car and now I have a driver's license. It's about time. But so that's a cool thing to have. I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna get it because of well, here's the thing is we were doing parallel parking. Let me see. Oh, okay, so I went for my driver's test on my day off, which was Friday. But Thursday night, I was practicing parallel parking in my dad's Nissan Altima. So we were doing that, and well, I was getting it, but I wasn't, like 100% sure. But all right, where was I? Path, secret path. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was practicing parallel parking in my dad's Nissan Altima, and here's what happened. We're just done parallel parking, and we are going to Walmart to buy windshield wipers because we weren't sure if the guy would pass it because it was raining. So we weren't sure if like the field of view or whatnot was gonna be right. So we went down and we were getting windshield wipers, and we're just about to turn into Walmart. And Dad looks over and like, "You've got to be kidding me." I'm like, "What?" Because I was driving. So I'm like, "What did I do?" And he's like, "My inspection's out." Well, we've been driving my car to work, so he hasn't rode his car in a while, so his inspection went out like a day or two before that. So he had to get that inspected, and then my test was tomorrow, the very next day at 9:30 in the morning. So we had no time to get it up and ready. So 9:30 in the morning my test is, and we practiced parallel parking in my car once, but we were doing it wrong. We were pulling in on the driver's side instead of the passenger side of how you're really supposed to parallel park. So we did it wrong, and that's how I practiced in my car. And my car is a two-door, And Dad's Ultima is a 4-door, so it's a bit bigger car than I was used to. I mean, and, well, you could see a little, your field of view was a bit better in Dad's car, except for my mirror, you could actually see the ground better on. So I actually worked to my advantage, but I've never parallel parked my car. So there I am, very first time for real parallel parking my car. The instructor gets in the car with me, and we did all the controls, and we're going, and he's like, all right, I'll turn here and go back here to where the parallel parking is, and we're going back there, and he's like, all right, pull in there. So I turn my turn signal on, and I pull up, and I back in, and I slam her right into there. I mean, not hit anything, but I did a perfect parallel park. He's like, all right, pull out. And I was like sitting there because he didn't even, he didn't check. He's been doing it for so long that he just knows how far away from the curb I was. So he didn't even really have to get out and check. So I was like shocked, and I'm just sitting there, and I was shaking the whole time. And he's like, well, pull out. So I'm like, and I start to pull out, and he's like, now hold on. What do you have to do to pull out? And I forgot to turn my turn signal on. I forgot it totally, so.
This is what we do in the country. When people have problems, we help.
Yeah.
I already figured out what's wrong.
The fuse is blown?
If you look right here,
Wires touching?
the light bulb fell out of the tractor, and the exhaust shoots right down through here.
Uh-huh.
So it melted all the wires together.
It melted the wires together.
Yep, that's the problem right there.
All right. I'll continue my story right after this brief thing of intermission. All right, catch you guys soon. All right, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Haha, two-stroke. Yeah, so I forgot to turn my turn signal on when I pulled out. And then he took his notepad, but I'm not sure if he actually marked something down or how it goes. But then he told me, and we were pulling out through the parking lot. We did the little driver's thing. We drove around on the street. I was making sure I was checking my blind spots and all that. And then so we get there, and what? Does he have my camera? Whoa. So we go through the whole thing, and then he's like, you park in an area that has that's open, that there's no cars next to. And I'm like, all right. So I pull in, and when he pulls in, he's like, all right, well, you passed. And I was just sitting there, and I cracked a smile, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I was glad I passed my driver's test. And so now I'm a licensed PA driver. How awesome is that? I have my own car, and now I have a PA license. But we had a little bit of shopping to do, so I needed some work boots and whatnot, so I bought work boots. And well, when we were going there, I looked, and the engine light was on in my car again. All right. So after I got my driver's test, we had after I got my driver's test, last time I did it, my engine, well, last time I was okay, so I practiced once in my car, parallel parking, and what happened is I was sitting there cranking on the wheel and stuff like that, and we were pulling up on the wrong side, so I was doing it wrong, and I couldn't get in, and I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to do it. But what happened was you're not supposed to let cobalts idle and stuff like that for very long periods of time. And I was cranking on the wheel, and I'm like on it, and then all of a sudden the power steering, I mean it's electric steering, and it's like out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, Dad, I can't steer it. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it is so hard to turn this. And he gets in, he's like, you're right. And it was just a bugger to turn. And then the engine light was on, and it says, and we ran, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And it was like, duh, 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 duh. And like when you're on idling and stuff like that, and starting out as not bad starting out, but idling. And here there was a misfire on cylinder 2, and yeah, that wasn't very good. So I was worried about that. We took it home, and apparently there's several problems with that if you let them idle, that they will get like that. We let it sit and walked out, and it was fine. I mean, it started, it wasn't chipping up or anything. It wasn't like bogging down. So we did that, and like after just leaving it sit, the car ran fine. So yeah, so it did it that one time, and then after my driver's test, it did it again. So I'm like, and I was like, great, I'll take it to advanced. Maybe it's the same thing again. And I gotta make sure he's up there. Maybe it's the same thing again, and I'll just have him clear it. And we stopped to buy me a pair of work boots. Here we go. And we stopped to buy a pair of work boots. I was talking to the peoples. I didn't see the camera until I got like up there, yeah. We stopped to buy a pair of work boots, and just the time that I went in there and came out, the engine light was out. So that made me happy, and the car was running fine. So I was like all happy about that. And then what I did is, so we have friends that have a garage, and they dealt a lot with cobalts. And we asked him, and he said what goes wrong is there's there's a boot and a coil for the ignition, not the ignition, but for the spark plugs. I think it's the coil, and that gets moisture in it, and it can cause that. So, but they can't really do anything till it comes on and stays on. So I have to wait for that to happen. But other than that, and then that's an easier fix because there's so many parts for cobalts. But yeah, so that happened, and that was my whole driver's test experience. I got my license. Then my car was like acting up, but it's all good. But like, it doesn't really do that when I'm driving all highway. It's fine. But if I'm doing more town driving and like a lot of stops, then it messes up, freaks out. It's weird. But yeah. So that's what I've been up to. Got my driver's license. Everything's awesome. And yeah, it's fantastic. What a nice view, right? Look at those cows out there, way out there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap her up here. So thank you for watching, and subscribe. I love you guys. You guys make this worthwhile. I like seeing likes and comments on the videos. It really makes my day. So thank you. You guys are awesome. Catch you on the flip side. And God bless. Out. In. I don't know what to say. Goodbye. Woo. Everybody does that, so I'm just gonna, yeah, just say goodbye, then cut it. Just like, boom. Cut.